Today I bring you an extraordinary story, filled with mystery and profound teachings dating back to ancient times, to the days when the Virgin Mary walked among us, bringing light and hope to the world. In a small village many centuries ago, people lived with simplicity and faith. The Virgin Mary, known for her kindness and wisdom, was a central figure in that community. Her presence was a beacon of hope and comfort to all who lived there. It was during one of those peaceful days that a strange illness began to spread through the village. Initially, it appeared as small spots on the skin, but it quickly evolved, causing great suffering. People were scared and didn't know what to do. Local healers tried everything, but nothing seemed to work. The Virgin Mary, known for her compassion and deep knowledge of medicinal plants, did not hesitate to act. She firmly believed that nature, created by God, possessed all the remedies needed to cure the ills of humanity. With her wisdom and faith, she began a tireless search for a solution. One day, while walking through the mountains, Mary came across an unknown plant with green leaves and small bright flowers. Intuitively, she felt that this plant had a special power. Returning to the village, she prepared an infusion with its leaves and, with unwavering faith, mixed it with holy water. She taught the villagers that the combination of that medicinal plant and holy water was the key to fighting the disease. The people, fully trusting in Mary, followed her instructions. In a short time, the spots began to disappear and health was restored. But Mary's teachings went beyond simple physical healing. She used this experience to teach valuable lessons about faith, humility, and the deep connection between nature and the divine. She would say, "True healing comes from the combination of faith with the wisdom of creation. God has placed around us everything we need to be healed. It is up to us to discover these secrets with a pure heart and an open mind." Mary also emphasized the importance of unity and mutual support. She believed that the community should work together, sharing knowledge and helping each other in times of need. "None of us is an island," she would say. "We must support each other just as plants and animals depend on each other to survive." Over time, the village not only recovered from the disease, but also flourished on a new level of harmony and understanding. People learned to appreciate nature more and to respect Mary's teachings. They understood that true health and well-being came from a balanced life, where faith, wisdom, and compassion go hand in hand. This story, passed down from generation to generation, is a testament to the profound wisdom of the Virgin Mary and the power of nature and faith. It is an eternal reminder that even in the darkest of hours, there is hope and healing if we know where to look and keep unwavering faith in our hearts. Mary always emphasized that the health of the body was intrinsically linked to the health of the soul. She would say, "The body is the temple of the spirit. Just as we take care of the physical temple, we must take care of our inner temple with equal zeal and dedication." The practice of prayer, meditation, and acts of kindness were, according to her, essential to maintaining this balance. On her walks through the fields and forests, Mary taught people to recognize the signs of nature, to listen to the murmur of the trees, to observe the flight of birds, and to feel the gentle breeze. She believed that these moments of contemplation were vital to restoring inner peace and renewing spiritual strength. Nature is a reflection of God's love. When we are in tune with it, we are in tune with the Creator, she used to say. Mary was also a great advocate for simplicity and humility. She taught that true wealth was not in material possessions, but in generosity of spirit and the ability to live in harmony with one another. In her words, "True greatness lies in serving others with a pure heart. Humility is the fertile ground where virtues flourish." Furthermore, Mary shared stories about the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. In one of her most memorable lessons, she told the story of two brothers who lived in constant dispute. They were neighbors but had not spoken to each other for years due to an old feud. Mary, with her wisdom and patience, approached them and, with love and compassion, helped them to remember the good times they had shared. Gradually, she led them on the path of forgiveness and reconciliation, showing them that love and forgiveness were more powerful than any disagreement. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the prison of hate and resentment. Forgiveness is the way to true freedom and peace, she taught. And so, through her example, Mary showed that forgiveness was not a sign of weakness, but of greatness of spirit. One of the most touching moments of her life was when a young woman from the village, suffering from an unknown and considered incurable illness, sought out Mary. The young woman was distraught and had lost all hope. Mary, with her serene and loving gaze, welcomed her. She cared for the young woman with the same medicinal plant she had discovered and holy water, but also with words of comfort and encouragement. She would tell the young woman, "Have faith, my dear, God never abandons us. Every trial in our life is an opportunity to demonstrate our faith and strength." Over time, the young woman began to regain her health, but more than the physical healing, it was the rebirth of her hope and faith that truly transformed her life. Mary taught her that even in the most desperate of situations, faith was a powerful force that could move mountains. Mary's teachings also extended to the importance of family and community. She believed that unity and love between people were the pillars of a harmonious life. Family is the first place where we learn about love, compassion, and sacrifice. We must care for one another and keep the bonds of love and respect always strong, she would say. In her final words, Mary always reminded them that life was a journey of learning and spiritual growth. She encouraged everyone to always seek the truth, to live with integrity, and to spread love wherever they went. Life is short, but love is eternal. Let love guide every step you take, and you will find true happiness and peace, were her words of wisdom. People began to appreciate the simple moments more and to appreciate the beauty that surrounded them. The fields of golden wheat, the green hills, and the crystal-clear rivers became symbols of divine abundance. The villagers began to organize regular gatherings to celebrate life, share stories, and renew the bonds of friendship and solidarity. They knew that together they could face any challenge. One of Mary's greatest legacies was the strengthening of the community spirit. She encouraged everyone to be actively involved in the needs of the village, helping the sick, supporting the elderly, and teaching the younger generation. Each of us has an important role to play in the web of life. When we work together, we are stronger and more capable of achieving great things, she would say. Mary also taught the importance of being guardians of nature. God gave us this beautiful and abundant world to care for and protect. Every plant, every animal has its purpose and deserves our respect. We must live in harmony with nature because it is an extension of God's love. With that, the village adopted sustainable agriculture practices, respecting natural cycles and preserving resources for future generations. The impact of Mary's teachings went beyond the village borders. Travelers and pilgrims who heard of her wisdom came from afar to learn from her. Mary welcomed everyone with an open heart, sharing her lessons of faith, love, and healing. She would say, "Wisdom knows no boundaries. We must share what we know and learn from each other. That way, the whole world can benefit and grow." Over time, the story of the miraculous healing of the village and Mary's teachings spread, attracting the attention of scholars and religious leaders. They recognized the depth and universality of her lessons, seeing in them a reflection of Christ's teachings and a living demonstration of divine love in action. Mary also had a special gift for teaching children. She believed that education was the key to a brighter future and that children should be nurtured not only with knowledge, but also with moral and spiritual values. She told stories that captivated their imaginations and taught them the importance of kindness, honesty, and perseverance. Children are like seeds. With love and care, they grow and blossom into beautiful trees that bear fruit for the world, she would say. One of the most touching moments of her life was when a great drought struck the region. Crops withered, and famine threatened the village. Mary, with her unwavering faith, gathered the community to pray and seek a solution. She led the villagers to a hidden spring in the mountains, which miraculously began to gush forth fresh, abundant water. This water not only saved the crops, but also served as a reminder of the power of faith and divine providence. Mary also taught that true wealth lay in generosity. Give what you have, and you will receive twice as much. True wealth is not in the accumulation of goods, but in the abundance of a generous heart, she would say. And so the village became known for its hospitality and generosity, always ready to help those in need. Mary's life was a testament to the transformative power of love and faith. She lived her days serving others, spreading hope and joy wherever she went. Her words and actions left an indelible mark on the hearts of all who were fortunate enough to cross her path. And even after her passing, Mary's spirit continued to live on in the village. Her teachings were passed down through generations, becoming the foundation of that community's culture and values. People continued to seek healing in nature, to live in harmony with one another, and to maintain unwavering faith, knowing that in every challenge there was a lesson to be learned and an opportunity for growth. First and foremost, Mary emphasized the importance of a healthy and balanced diet. What we put into our bodies directly affects our health and well-being. We must choose foods that nourish and strengthen our bodies, just as we care for the soil where we plant, she would say. Fresh, natural and varied foods were recommended, whenever possible locally grown and in a sustainable manner. Mary also taught the importance of personal and environmental hygiene. Cleanliness is a reflection of the care and respect we have for ourselves and for others. Keeping our bodies and surroundings clean helps prevent diseases and create a healthy environment for everyone. Washing hands regularly, keeping the house airy and clean, and practicing food hygiene were practices she always emphasized. The Virgin Mary also deeply believed in the power of medicinal herbs and plants. God gave us nature as a living pharmacy. Learning to recognize and use medicinal plants is a blessing and a responsibility. She taught that certain plants could strengthen the immune system, fight infections, and promote healing. Plants like chamomile, rosemary, lavender, and lemon balm were some of the many she used to prepare infusions and natural remedies. Furthermore, Mary taught that adequate rest and sleep were essential for health. Our bodies and minds need time to recover and renew. Sleeping well is as important as eating well. She encouraged the practice of regular sleep routines and the creation of quiet, comfortable environments for rest. Another fundamental aspect of Mary's teachings was the care for the mind and emotions. Mental and emotional health is as important as physical health. We must nourish our minds with positive thoughts and cultivate healthy emotions. Mary recommended practices like meditation, prayer, and contemplation of nature to calm the mind and strengthen the spirit. She also encouraged the expression of emotions in healthy ways, whether through art, writing, or talking to friends and family. Mary also spoke about the importance of social connection and community support. No one should face life alone. Friendship, love, and mutual support are essential for our well-being. She encouraged the creation of strong bonds within the community, participation in collective activities, and support for those in need. When we help others, we are also helping ourselves. True healing comes from love and compassion. For Mary, faith and spirituality were fundamental pillars in protecting against diseases. Faith is a powerful source of strength and healing. Trusting in God and maintaining a regular spiritual practice helps us face difficulties with courage and hope. She taught that prayer, religious rituals, and participation in spiritual ceremonies were ways to nourish the soul and maintain the connection with the divine. Mary also recommended the regular practice of physical activities. Movement is vital for the health of the body and mind. We must keep our bodies active and strong. Outdoor walks, fieldwork, and light exercises were some of the activities she encouraged. She believed that contact with nature during these activities not only strengthened the body, but also renewed the spirit. In times of illness, Mary taught that the mind and heart should be focused on healing. When we are ill, we must maintain hope and faith. Positive thinking and confidence in healing are as important as physical treatment. She encouraged the visualization of health and meditation on healing as ways to support the recovery process. The Virgin Mary also constantly reminded us that balance was the key to health. We must seek balance in all areas of our lives, in work and rest, in food and indulgence, in solitude and company. Balance is the way to a harmonious and healthy life. Finally, Mary believed that gratitude was an essential element for health and well-being. Giving thanks for our blessings, big and small, helps us maintain a positive outlook and strengthen our spirit. She taught that daily gratitude, expressed through prayers, reflections, or acts of kindness, had the power to transform our lives and protect us from disease. The Virgin Mary also spoke about the importance of understanding and respecting the body's natural rhythms. Each season brings its own blessings and challenges. We must adjust our diet and habits according to the changes in nature, she would say. During the colder months, she recommended consuming warmer and more nutritious foods, while in the warmer months, she encouraged the intake of fresh and light foods to keep the body balanced. Moreover, Mary taught that conscious breathing was a powerful practice for health. Breathing is the bridge between the body and the spirit. Breathing deeply and consciously can calm the mind, strengthen the body, and renew the soul. She encouraged the practice of daily breathing exercises, especially in times of stress or anxiety, to promote overall well-being. The Virgin Mary also believed in the power of words and intentions. Our words have the power to heal or to hurt. We must speak with love, kindness, and truth. Our intentions must be pure and directed towards good. She taught that words of encouragement, blessings, and positive affirmations had the power to strengthen the spirit and promote healing. Another important aspect of Mary's teachings was the importance of sunlight and fresh air. Sunlight is a source of life and energy. Spending time outdoors, breathing fresh air, revitalizes our bodies and souls. She encouraged people to spend time in nature daily, absorbing sunlight and connecting with the natural world. Mary also emphasized the importance of gratitude and joy in protecting against disease. A grateful and joyful heart is a healthy heart. Gratitude transforms our view of the world, and joy strengthens our spirit. She taught that finding joy in the little things of everyday life and expressing gratitude regularly were practices that promoted emotional and physical health. Music and dance were also valued by Mary as forms of expression and healing. Music uplifts our souls and dance frees our energy. Both are divine gifts that help us connect with our inner selves and with others. She encouraged the community to sing, play instruments, and dance together as a way to strengthen bonds and promote joy. Mary deeply believed in the power of touch and affection. Human touch is a powerful form of communication and healing. A hug, a handshake, a gesture of affection can do wonders for our emotional health. She encouraged the practice of affectionate touch and mutual care within the community, especially with the most vulnerable. She also taught that forgiveness was an essential practice for health. Holding on to grudges and resentment is like carrying an unnecessary weight. Forgiveness sets us free and opens space for healing. Mary encouraged people to forgive themselves and others, understanding that forgiveness was an act of love and compassion. The Virgin Mary also spoke about the importance of finding a purpose in life. Having a purpose gives meaning to our existence and motivates our spirit. We should pursue what we are passionate about and dedicate ourselves to serving others. She taught that finding a greater purpose and living in accordance with it was fundamental to health and well-being. For Mary, spirituality and faith were central elements in protecting against diseases. The connection with the divine gives us strength and hope. Faith sustains us in difficult times and guides us in moments of uncertainty. She encouraged the regular practice of prayer, meditation, and participation in religious rituals as ways to nurture the spirit and strengthen faith. Finally, Mary taught us that true protection against diseases came from living a balanced life, where body, mind, and spirit are cared for with equal attention. She believed that health was a reflection of a life lived with purpose, gratitude, love, and faith. When we live in harmony with ourselves, with others, and with nature, we are truly protected. The Virgin Mary also taught about the importance of emotional balance and stress management. Stress and anxiety can weaken our immune systems and open doors to disease. We must learn to deal with our emotions healthily. She recommended simple techniques such as deep breathing, prayer, and meditation to calm the mind and relieve stress. Furthermore, she encouraged the practice of forgiveness, not only towards others, but also towards ourselves. To forgive is to free ourselves from the chains of the past. It is to open space for healing and inner peace. Mary also believed that service to others was a powerful tool for healing. When we help others, we heal ourselves too. Altruistic service is a form of love that benefits both the giver and the receiver. She encouraged the community to engage in acts of kindness and service, caring for the sick, feeding the hungry, and comforting the afflicted. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. When we love and serve, we become instruments of divine healing. Another crucial teaching of Mary was about the importance of maintaining a spirit of gratitude and contentment. Gratitude is a balm for the soul. Appreciating the blessings we have fills us with peace and joy. She taught that by practicing gratitude daily, we transform our perspective and strengthen our emotional resilience. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude opens our eyes to the hidden blessings and strengthens our spirit. Mary also spoke about the importance of connecting with community and family. Loneliness can be a heavy burden on the soul. We must cultivate healthy and meaningful relationships. She encouraged people to spend time with loved ones, participate in community activities, and build support networks. Human connection is essential for our emotional and mental health. Together, we are stronger and more resilient. The Virgin Mary also had a holistic view of health, where all aspects of life were interconnected. She believed that the mind, body, and spirit needed to be in harmony to achieve true health. We must nourish our bodies with healthy food, our minds with positive thoughts, and our spirits with faith and love. She taught that this integrated approach was the key to disease prevention and the promotion of a fulfilling life. In addition, Mary also taught about the importance of self-knowledge and self-awareness. Knowing yourself is the first step to healing. We must understand our own bodies, minds, and emotions to take good care of ourselves. She encouraged the practice of self-reflection and self-care so that each person could recognize their needs and limitations. Self-knowledge empowers us to make healthy and conscious choices. Mary also spoke about the importance of hope and optimism. Hope is a light that guides our steps in the darkness. Maintaining a hopeful spirit gives us the strength to face challenges. She taught that optimism and hope were fundamental to mental and emotional health, helping us find meaning and purpose even in adversity. Never lose hope. It is the anchor that keeps us steady amidst the storms. Finally, Mary emphasized the importance of faith and spirituality as sources of strength and healing. Faith connects us to the divine and gives us the courage to face any difficulty. Spirituality nourishes and sustains us. She encouraged the regular practice of prayer, meditation, and participation in religious rituals as ways to strengthen faith and find inner peace. Faith is the foundation upon which we build our health and well-being. It gives us the strength to overcome challenges and guides us on the path of healing. Among the emerging diseases, antibiotic resistance is one of the most concerning. The ability of many bacteria to adapt and resist common treatments is growing, making previously easily treatable infections into serious threats. To combat this crisis, we must follow Mary's principles, use medicine wisely and responsibly, avoiding the overuse and unnecessary use of antibiotics. Additionally, we must invest in research to develop new drugs and natural alternatives, respecting the divine creation that offers so many potential solutions. Another growing threat is zoonotic viruses, those that originate in animals and jump to humans. Diseases like Ebola, avian influenza, and coronavirus are examples of how these infections can spread rapidly and cause pandemics. To protect ourselves, we must adopt more sustainable and hygienic agricultural and animal husbandry practices, minimizing unnecessary contact between humans and wild animals. The Virgin Mary would teach us to live in harmony with nature, respecting its limits and natural cycles, to avoid imbalances that could lead to these epidemics. Climate change also plays a significant role in the spread of disease. Rising temperatures and changes in weather patterns are expanding the areas where disease vectors, such as mosquitoes and ticks, can thrive. Diseases such as malaria, dengue, and West Nile fever may become more common in regions where they were once rare. To meet this challenge, we need to follow Mary's teachings on environmental stewardship. We must work to reduce our carbon footprint, protect our ecosystems, and promote sustainable practices that help mitigate the effects of climate change. Furthermore, the modern world faces the threat of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and cancer, which are becoming increasingly prevalent due to unhealthy lifestyles. The Virgin Mary would remind us of the importance of caring for our bodies as sacred temples. We should adopt balanced diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, engage in regular exercise, and avoid harmful habits such as excessive alcohol consumption and smoking. The promotion of a healthy and balanced life is essential to prevent these diseases. Another crucial aspect is mental health. Stress, anxiety, and depression are on the rise, exacerbated by the fast pace of modern life and increasing social disconnect. Mary would teach us the importance of taking care of our minds and spirits. Practices such as meditation, prayer, connecting with nature, and strengthening community ties can help reduce stress and promote lasting mental well-being. We must also be mindful of mutual emotional support, offering compassion and support to those struggling with mental health issues. In an increasingly interconnected world, we also need to be vigilant about the spread of diseases through travel and global trade. Globalization facilitates the rapid spread of infections, as we have seen with the COVID-19 pandemic. To prepare for future threats, we need to strengthen our public health systems, invest in epidemiological surveillance, and ensure international cooperation in response to outbreaks. Mary's wisdom would guide us to work together with solidarity and responsibility to protect the health of all nations. Finally, the Virgin Mary would remind us of the importance of a spirit of prayer and faith in times of crisis. Faith is the light that guides us in the darkness, she would say. Amidst uncertainties and challenges, we must maintain our trust in God and seek His guidance and protection. Prayer strengthens us and gives us the courage to face adversity, knowing that we are not alone. In addition to the challenges already mentioned, globalization and increasing urbanization bring additional risks of disease outbreaks. Densely populated cities with inadequate sanitation infrastructure can become hotbeds of contagious diseases. The Virgin Mary would remind us of the importance of caring for our urban environment, promoting hygiene, sanitation, and access to safe drinking water for all. She would encourage us to work together to create healthy communities where everyone has access to dignified living conditions. Air pollution is another serious problem that can affect global health. Increased pollutant emissions are linked to respiratory, cardiovascular, and even cancer diseases. Mary, with her deep connection to nature, would teach us the importance of protecting the air we breathe. She would encourage us to adopt sustainable practices such as the use of renewable energies, reducing the use of fossil fuel-powered vehicles, and planting trees. The air we breathe is a gift from God. We must take care of it as we take care of our own bodies. Food safety is also a crucial area that requires attention. Mass food production, pesticide use, and genetic modification have raised concerns about food safety. Mary would teach us to value natural and organic foods, encouraging sustainable agricultural practices and the cultivation of community gardens. What we eat directly affects our health. Choosing pure and nutritious foods is an act of love for ourselves and our loved ones. Another growing challenge is the spread of misinformation about health. In the digital age, false information can spread rapidly, leading to harmful practices and distrust in effective medical treatments. Mary, known for her wisdom and truth, would remind us of the importance of seeking accurate and reliable information. Truth is the foundation of healing. We must be vigilant and discerning in our search for knowledge, trusting in well-established and reputable sources. To meet these challenges, health education is essential. Mary would encourage us to promote health literacy, teaching people about disease prevention, first aid, and basic health care. Knowledge is power. When we are informed, we can make better choices for our health and well-being. She would encourage community and school programs that empower people to take better care of themselves and others. In addition to education, Mary would also emphasize the importance of innovation and scientific research. She would encourage us to support scientists and researchers working to find new cures and improve existing treatments. Science is a gift from God, allowing us to better understand creation and discover new ways to promote health. Investing in research and development is crucial to prepare for the diseases of the future. The Virgin Mary would also teach us the importance of effective and just public policies. She would remind us that governments have a responsibility to protect the health of their citizens, promoting policies that ensure universal access to healthcare, sanitation, and environmental protection. Wise and compassionate leaders work for the good of all, especially the most vulnerable. We must support and demand policies that promote the health and well-being of the entire community. In times of crisis, such as pandemics, Mary would teach us the importance of solidarity and international cooperation. We are all children of God, sharing this world. We must work together, across borders, to address global challenges. Collaboration between nations is essential to combat disease outbreaks, share medical resources, and develop effective vaccines and treatments. Preparedness for health emergencies is also crucial. Mary would remind us of the importance of having contingency plans and being prepared to respond quickly to disease outbreaks. Preparedness is an act of prudence and responsibility. We must be ready to protect ourselves and our loved ones in times of crisis. She would encourage the creation of early warning systems, training of healthcare professionals, and public education on prevention and response measures for emergencies. Finally, Mary would teach us that faith and spirituality are essential pillars for facing health challenges. Faith gives us strength and hope. Spirituality connects us with the divine and with our own essence. She would encourage us to maintain a regular spiritual practice, seeking comfort and guidance in our faith. When we face difficulties, prayer and meditation help us find peace and clarity. Faith sustains us and guides us. May we, therefore, follow the teachings of the Virgin Mary and live with wisdom, faith, and responsibility. May we take care of our bodies, minds, and spirits, protecting our health and that of our loved ones. May we promote justice, solidarity, and compassion in our communities and beyond, working together to create a healthier and more harmonious world. Because, as Mary taught us, true protection against disease comes from love, faith, and a life lived in balance and harmony with divine creation.